At the heart of Jaba, a powerful story of transformation is taking shape, led by one extraordinary individual, Dr. Gideon Jock. Through his unwavering dedication and tireless work, roads have been built, drainage system installed, clean water made accessible, and solar-powered street light now illuminate Jaba Street, bringing safety and security to the community. Recognizing his steadfast support, the people have honored him with the title Hasken Jaba, the light of Jaba, a beacon of hope and progress. But Dr. Jock's vision goes beyond infrastructure. Through the Gideon Jock Foundation, he launched a medical program offering free healthcare services, testing and medication to those who need it most. His impact resonated deeply. One family, moved by his compassion, named their newborn twin, Gideon and Janet, in tribute to Dr. Jock and his wife. This is more than just development.
The foundation was unveiled in the name Gideon Jock Foundation. So this foundation is actually to bring more light. It is aimed at seeing that we bring a lot of health through medical outreaches. A week ago we did medical outreaches. A lot of IVFs took place. There were people who had issues, and they were operated, and they gave birth to twins, a boy and a girl. And then that day they gave the boy a name Gideon, and then they gave the girl the name Janet. So truly speaking, I see this as a way of bringing a lot of things, skill acquisition, training, empowerment for our teeming youth and women.
It's a legacy. Dr. Gideon Jock stands as a living testament to how one person's dedication can uplift an entire community.
It has not been up to 10 years since he came to our view. And do you know, before we knew him as a person, we had already known his activities, because he had already initiated a lot of developmental things, activities in the whole Hamland before we knew who is this person doing this work. And then we came and we realized he is the one. What are such type of activities or development things? He had already intervened in our educational system, in our health system, in the whole land, and in the whole of humanity. What I mean by humanity, that is social assistance to human beings, taking life of human beings into consideration. Now, when we finally got to know him, we were close. Then he seemed to be shy in politics because he would not even visit the royal palace unless it became very necessary before he started visiting us to say he is the one. And also trying to find out what are our needs so that he could include them in his programs. I will be very brief because I don't think you are intending to be long, but if I'm going to say much about him, I have enough to say. Now, of recent, about 2-3 years ago, he intervened in the critical areas of our community. Our community was bastardized, no roads. In fact, we were already tired. The roads that we had in town were man-made. We made them ourselves, and therefore we were left to take care of them. He intervened. In that sector, he repaired and constructed some roads for the people in the headquarters of the Hamland, and that is Kwai. We understand that he has done so also in maybe some villages. But that was not all. As you realize, in southern Kaduna, there is a serious need for electricity. This is an energy that everybody is looking for in Nigeria, especially here. And in our homeland, believe me, you can't think about it. He came bringing the technology of solar light to the people. In fact, I can tell you today that he is the one that has opened the eyes of many of us in town about solar, use of our solar lights. And he has put solar almost everywhere. Any stranger passing here in the night, especially by air, will believe that this city is completely covered with light. But it was his making.
I've known my husband as a giver from the onset, so I had no choice than to support him. And I've learned a lot from him, because initially I was like, wow, this man doesn't even know what he's doing with people, even those that are not with him. He still gives and loves them. But I've learned over time that that is him. He gives, and I support him, and I love supporting him, because I know by doing that, he will do much more. So I support him a lot, and I don't mind supporting him over and over. As a harm person, I've not seen or heard by anybody doing such. But my husband, I call him an Igbo man, because those are the people that do such things, and Yoruba people, but not from our area. I've not seen people, but he's just different. I've been saying, where did you get your inspiration from? And he said, that is him. And from the onset, he has dreamt and he has hoped that one day he will help people. And that is what he's been doing. His dream is being fulfilled. And I'm happy about that. So as a ham man, he's really doing great things.
Look at our council. We are made up of people of integrity who have rendered their best. Gideon Jock is an example of one who would not shy from his duties. He will do his thing before he tells you, I have done. He's not a man who does something or who goes about broadcasting, making a lot of noise over issues. He identifies the problem, hits the problem on the point, solve the problem, then come and appreciate the opportunity given to him as a young man. Well, let me say this. Why are we living? First, faith in God. That gives you meaning and purpose to human life. That I see in him, a young man that has faith in God. The brotherhood of man transcended the sovereignty of nations. And I see him as a young man who sincerely believes in the sovereignty of, in the brotherhood of man. He doesn't care where you come from. He doesn't care what your religion is. He doesn't care what whatever your calling is. He does what he believes. He respects man. He is a man who believes in the integrity of humankind, because the world's best gift is the humankind, and he stands by that. He is a young man who believes in so many things. Service to humanity is the best work of life, because whatever you do in your life, I want you to take note of this. This video you are doing, this coverage, this whatever you are doing, there comes a time we will assess your performance. If you are consistent, if you don't allow yourself to be messed up by circumstances or environment, there comes a time for you to give a record of yourself. somebody will say, but for you, I would have never been what I am. That is the best work of life. Service to humanity. Not only to your brothers, not only to your fathers, not only to your people, to man, because God created mankind. And anybody that is a man, humankind, you respect him. Serve humanity is the best work of life. When you are done with life, you will only be remembered by what you have done. That is a gospel song. You will be remembered for only what you have done. Whatever you are doing today, the only thing that you are left with in your grave is your name. Work on your name. Don't worry about public applause. Work on your name. If you destroy your name, you destroy yourself. Whatever I can tell this young man is work on your name. Don't allow the environment to shift you. Don't compromise with the environment. The political environment may look plausible to be playing around. Don't integrate yourself with the wrong team. Be proud to stand alone. Oh. I have stood my life alone. I started politics, I gave up because I wanted to be honest, to be straightforward. At the age of 74 today, I can boast of saying that I stand firm and I stand straight. And I don't care what anybody feels about me. I know who I am. And I know what I have done for myself. I've known what I have done for the society. And I speak without fear of anybody feeling the other way. Let him work on his name, because service to humanity is the best work of life. He must not compromise his standard.
I think I've started going to Jaba as far back as 2000. Since our university days, most of our Christmas, we spend it there, in his place. And I've seen monumental development. I've seen Jaba basically being transformed, literally. It's something to really thank God and appreciate all he has done. And for me, basically, it dates back to Honorable Gideon Jock has been a selfless person, even during university days and all that. So it's not surprising to me what he has been able to do through the help of God for his people.
Gideon Jock is a rare gentleman, a very nice man, very few of his kind in this time. He's a philanthropist. He's a focused gentleman. He's the man that loves people around him. He's focused. He's determined. He's a lover of his own community. Gideon Jock, all the titles are collected to him. Honorable Dr. Gideon Jock is a godsend to Southern Kaduna, not only in Jaba.
I must confess that I'm very, very, very proud of Dr. Gideon Jock, what he has done for his age. I have been following him to the village for over 20 years. I know he has done a lot for his people, from solar light. In fact, at one time they were calling him Solar, to road constructions, to helping churches, all kinds of things he has done. Scholarships, doing IVF for people, many, many great things he has done. I want him to continue in that. I want him to continue in that, because that is what life is all about. That's what life is all about, helping those you can help. He has done very well, and we are praying that God will give him the grace.
Wow, if Jaba knows what they have in Gideon, in fact, not only Jaba, Southern Kaduna, and I would even say Kaduna, I dare to say that we would take the likes of him lightly. I remember we had this private chat on how to get things moving in Southern Kaduna. He has this passion that he wants to reach out to people. And at any slightest opportunity he has, he ensures that that is done. And he's not particular about even Jaba. It's just that Jaba is his maybe primary constituency, where, if I would dare say so, he started influencing development in Jaba late after he had long started with other places. Me in particular, I'm also privileged. I'm from Malagu, that he had influenced the construction of 6-room classroom, big, with furniture, all furnished, with borehole and whatever. In fact, that alone threw me also as if I'm also a political figure. But I told him, no, I'm not political. I'm only privileged that a good friend considered me and thought to also show his presence in this manner. So coming to Jaba, the road network he graciously influenced in Jaba. Nobody has ever done that. And he has so much also in the master plan to reach out to Jaba. But of course, you know, politics, not everybody will be on your side. Even when he attempted to vie for the House of Reps, we all had this discussion that once he gets there, he would have influenced not only Jaba. His aim was to bring more development to Southern Kaduna, even beyond the likes of some of our elders who had the privilege before. But he's not the talking type, really. He just believes in action.
If you go to Jaba, you will like Gideon because he has changed a lot of things in Jaba. Especially if you go there in the night, you will see everywhere is fine. This is somebody who is not even holding a political office. We just pray that one day, with this kind of mind, with this kind of heart he has, that one day God will give him a elected position. I believe he's going to do more than what he has been doing. I wish him well. For him to come into the group of elders, my advice to him is to start behaving like an elder. Even though he has been behaving as an elder, because you hardly hear somebody saying Gideon insulted him, or Gideon say anything that is not good about that person. So he has a very good character. If you continue with that type of character, God is going to bless him.
For Honorable Gideon Jock, I think reflecting on his life, he has a lot to be proud of. First and foremost, here is an individual who is philanthropic and public-spirited. By the singular fact that he is public-spirited, he has won my admiration. The other time I traveled to Kwai after so many years, I discovered that the township roads have been tarred, and that at night the town was something else, brightly lit and what have you. So, and I was told that Honorable Gideon Jock was instrumental to it. And I was like, wow, he has really impacted positively on the life of his people.
People thought it was a joke, but it has become a reality. He has done things that for many years we have never had any of our sons who have held position to come and do this kind of thing. He is not an elected member. He has not been given any appointment by other government or serious opinion, but on his own, he has taken the horn by the bull to come and start developing Jaba. He has turned Jaba into a new London. You discover that in the night, you cannot believe that this is Jaba. All our roads are tight. Culvert has been built. In the rainy season, you can walk freely without water smashing on water, or when a car is coming, smashing kind of things. No. And with the light everywhere, that has bossed a lot of women, young ones, going to different type of business. So in fact, we are very, very proud of him. We are proud of him, and it is our wish that may the Lord continue to give him good health and continue to guide him, continue to give him the strength.
We were not rich. And so that inculcated the habit of looking, the habit of pursuing, the habit of seeking, the habit of working very hard to make ends meet. So I do a number of things, anything that is worth making money legitimately, I do. I've sold cars, I have gone into grains, buying grains to keep, and then wait for when it's a little bit more expensive. Those are my early days of toiling and struggling. I have done that. I have run errands for people who have seen they don't have faithful men and men of integrity to assist them. I have portrayed myself in a way and manner that I could assist to run errands and make a living. I work in the National Assembly. And in the National Assembly, I didn't just take the job as a job that I will have an ends meet. So I try within the National Assembly to also see what I can do to assist other committees in budget analysis, in budget formulations, in budget preparations, and what have you, to earn a living. So I've been doing a number of things that are legitimate for me to make a living. I remember at one time I dived into multi-level marketing through Forever Living product. And I was able to key in my heart and my spirit to work very hard to make ends meet. And everything that I've ever laid my hand to do, God always bless. Well, growing up as a pastor child, you have to understand the simple language that two have become one. They didn't have two mouths, they had only one mouth. So my father was a replica of my mother was a replica of my father. They had the same way of doing things, the same discipline, and what have you. One thing that kept me or made me to truly become successful in life is the training to be a person of integrity. My father will always say that even if they will kill you, say the truth. That the truth will always prevail. So one thing that I've learned about them, that lies do not take you anywhere. You must always say the truth. And in everything that you do in life, if you want to be successful, you must be a person of integrity. And that is what I learned from them. And that integrity is what has kept me going. And that is why it is also very good for parents to give good names to their children. Names actually follow people. I have always said to people that when my parents did what they did and they gave back to me, they prayed, they fasted. I was born through prayer and fasting. So I am not a casual, normal person because of what my parents actually prayed to have as a child. And when eventually they had me, the name they chose for me is actually an epitome of who I am today. A man of valor, mighty man in battle. Gideon, as a name means, is a great warrior. And that name that my parent chose for me is what has transformed me and has made me who I am. So Gideon Jock is not a normal human being. He's a special person. Just like the way the Bible says that we are not normal. We are a chosen generation. We are born of God. So I don't see myself as a normal human being. I follow the grace of God. And I don't see anything as normal. It is being spiritual and God has ordained it to happen the way it's happening. Just like the way I started saying, my name is a part of it. If you want to be a great warrior, or you want to be someone of a valor to a society, to a community, then definitely your foundation is what matters. Our parents taught us how not to be selfish. If you have food today, you should be able to share with your brother who doesn't have. They taught us the spirit of generosity, that for you to be blessed, you have to show mercy to another person.
And they taught us the way of Christ also. And they traced back to the fact that people that will make the kingdom of heaven are not people who are called by his name, Lord, 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 but those ones that do his will. At the latter days, God will ask, how many of these little ones have you impacted? Or have you impacted their lives and changed their lives and made them to be who they are today? So I feared the day I am going to die. So I live like I will die tomorrow. The little time that God has given to me, I am aware that what will make me to be successful and at the end of the day to make heaven is the love that I show to my brother around by being generous, by being developmental, by having the spirit of seeing that the people who are less privileged, they have the opportunity to be trained in different skills for them to also be saved reliant.